a service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top of your CNC local page. Eastman Kodak can go ahead with the auction of its digital imaging patents, a key move the company hopes will raise the money it needs, $2 billion or more, to pull out of bankruptcy. U.S. District Court Judge Alan Gropper granted approval of the Kodak motion in New York City Monday night. His ruling sets aside objections filed by Apple and Flashpoint Technology. Both claimed the rights to some of the 1,100 Kodak patents because of previous agreements with Kodak. Apple developed its first digital cameras in the 90s in partnership with Kodak, and Flashpoint said it acquired the ownership of those technologies when Apple spun off the camera business. Kodak disputed that claim, and it was suing Apple because of it. The bulk of Kodak's patent assets cover digital image capture and processing technologies used by smartphones, digital cameras, and tablets. Kodak is getting out of the imaging business and focusing on printing, but over the past 2 decades, it's generated more than $3 billion by licensing those patents to other companies. Judge Gropper issued his ruling after Kodak filed a lengthy statement pledging to protect those earlier agreements to license the patents. The court received 24 objections against the patent auction from various companies that had such deals with Kodak, everything from makers of gaming consoles to smartphones. Kodak wrote in its filing that it has resolved 13 of those objections. Companies including Motorola and Nokia withdrew their objections to the patent sale Monday. The official committee representing Kodak's creditors filed a motion supporting it. Kodak hopes to auction the patents in a New York City law office in early August. Company Vice President and Chief Intellectual Property Officer Timothy Lynch said the company was gratified that the court is enabling it to move forward in a timely manner and with clarity on whether or not the winning buyer truly owns the patents. Apple and Flashpoint have not yet commented on the judge's ruling. Job reductions are coming at Unity Health System, one of Rochester's big 3 health system operators. Unity says it's cutting 72 positions, including management and supervisory jobs. The company says patient care won't be affected and that this is not a large-scale reduction. They call it an adjustment to their operations. Meanwhile, Unity opened a new bistro-style cafe at the Unity Hospital in Greece, replacing its former employee cafeteria. It's twice the size of the old one, has a healthier menu, restaurant-style seating, a fireplace, skylights, and serves about 1,000 meals a day. It is now a crime to harass or ridicule youth in Monroe County over the Internet. County Executive Mackie Brooks signed the county's anti-cyberbullying law Monday in the town of Perrinton. An invited audience of children, parents, teachers, and elected officials joined her at Fellows Road Park. The law makes it a misdemeanor to cyberbully anyone under the age of 18 in Monroe County. Violations could mean a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Brooks said the prohibiting cyberbullying law should encourage victims and their families that Monroe County will not tolerate such behavior. Recent studies conducted across the United States indicate approximately 20% of all children under the age of 18 have been victims of cyberbullying. Acts of cyberbullying include repetitive abusive language on social networking sites, spreading harmful images and videos of victims, and harassment via phone calls or texting. A 22-year-old Rochester man was robbed, then shot as he left a convenience store late Monday night. Rochester police say the victim was leaving a store on Clifford Avenue in the Northeast about 11 when 2 men approached him, demanded money. They stole his gold chain, and then they shot him for good measure. A friend called police and helped the victim get to the hospital. He's listed in stable condition. No arrests have been made. And Rochester police say a medical problem may have led to a 2-car crash on Ridgeway Avenue at Mount Read Boulevard Tuesday morning. 3 people ended up in the hospital after a woman driving on Ridgeway crossed the center line and went straight into an oncoming vehicle. The driver was the only person in her car. The other vehicle was a minivan with 2 occupants. All 3 people were hurt, but their injuries are described as non-life-threatening. That accident happened about 7:30 in the morning, and the cause is likewise under investigation. On this page, you can find links to these and other stories. At the bottom, links to post your own news updates, sports, and salutes directly to us. Next news as it happens, updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.